Hey guys, it is me, Tanya, founder of the TNG Designs Group Limited. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about where to find brand inspiration. That part. A lot of the times, a lot of people come to me where, do you know what, they're understanding, Tan, I don't actually quite understand where to even start with thinking about my brand. Where can I even get to look as to how to start my brand? Well, this video is going to help you to be able to establish and understand exactly how to do that. Before you do, make sure that you go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, stick around to the very end of this video because I've got a super cool gift to be able to share with each and every one of you. So, folks, let's go and let's get into it. Okay, so as I said, we're going to be talking about the idea of how to find brand inspiration, right? Or even where to find brand inspiration. And I want to cover 4 points in particular because these 4 points are going to make you think outside the box. Now, how many of you have just thought, you know what, let me just do a quick Google search or let me do a quick YouTube find to see where can I actually find this kind of inspiration? How do I even start? Well, this is a YouTube find that you're going to make sure that it will actually be useful for yourself to make sure that you elevate within your brand and actually understand what you can actually do to find this inspiration in the first place for you and your brand, right? So number 1 is understanding this part. Look to media. Now, I'm talking social media, I'm talking printed media, I'm talking online media, all those aspects, whether it be from a magazine, whether it be from even a book, whether it's something that you've actually seen in a poster or if you've seen on social media from your peers, right? That part, by the way, I was giving you a little hint as to what number 2 is. But look to media, look to what is happening outside of your own individual branded box. There is so much more going on. See what others are doing, which leads me nicely on to number 2, in fact. Understand what your peers are doing. Now, I'm not talking about being a copycat. If you've seen a few of my other videos, and if you've ever heard me talk in training, right? I do not believe in being a copycat because it does not make sense to be a copycat, first and foremost. What I do believe is understanding how you can model your peers, how you can model your competition. And your competition, by the way, does not have to mean a negative thing, by the way, because you get to understand what is working for them, but now equally, how can you flip that around and make it work for yourself? Because at the end of the day, as much as there is technically no new idea out there, right? But what is new and what is unique is the way you approach it, is the way that you handle it, is the way that you come at it and actually serve your customers, serve your clients, serve your members. That's what's unique, and that's what you need to make sure that you pay attention to, especially when it comes to modeling your peers or modeling your competition. Because at the end of the day, they're doing a strategy that actually works for them. So why not see if that strategy can do something similar for yourself? But again, don't copy it word for word. Do not copy it like for like unless they've given you the permission to do so. Do not do that. And be unique to yourself. How can you adapt it to suit you? Think about that one. Number 3 point that I want to make sure that you understand and do is learning this part, right? Not only, and I'm laughing because you're probably going to think it's a bit of a woo-woo or kind of like kind of idea, but I really want you to do this and to have fun with it, right? Number 1, get out of your way. But number 2, daydream. And I mean that, daydream. I'm not joking around. I'm properly meaning the idea of daydream. Here's why. When you just get out of your own way, when you start forward thinking, or even fast forward to what it is that you actually want to do, or where it is that you actually see your brand going, this part, without any boundaries, without anybody in your ears telling you, no, that won't work. When you get to even come out of your own way and daydream, you'll be surprised at what starts entering into your mind. You'll be surprised at the actual ideas that you start coming up with, and the ideas will actually be super cool and probably a lot forward thinking that you would necessarily go with if you had every other voice or every other thing that told you no coming at you in the first place. You see, when you remove those boundaries, when you remove the blocks that would typically come at you, you get to think more openly. And actually, in fact, folks, one of my values is openness, and having that idea of creativity, that's another value as well. Because when you start having openness, when you start becoming creatively and equally think with the idea of abundance, you start having better ideas that start formulating for yourself and for your brand. And that's how you start boosting the idea or the inspiration as to how to get you started with your brand in the first place. Think about that one. And number 4, this final one, and it's one that, again, is something that kind of gets overlooked, but it's everywhere. And that's your environment. Your environment, the world around you, what is going on around you, colors, whether it's the rainy day versus a snowy day versus a sunny day. Look at those colors in the sky. Look at those colors on the road. Look at those colors on a car. Look at those colors in the trees. They are all around you. And guess what, folks? When something hits you, when you actually understand that this is for you, it's going to naturally apply to your values. And I'm going to do I'll have another video coming out as well, which will be actually talking about how to make sure that you're resonating with your values, or equally your values match your brand, right? And how to go about discovering them. When you get to understand what your values are for yourself, those colors in particular will start jumping out at you. They'll almost like be screaming at you, in fact. When you start looking back to the media, number 1 option that I said to you to have a look at, when you look at different types of media, social media, printed media, online media, all those kind of different aspects, when you look at each and every one of those, different fonts are going to start jumping out at you. They're going to start screaming at you because they resonate with your values. And when they start resonating with you naturally, it puts this smile on your face. It puts a huge smile on your face. And it makes you sit more comfortably with it. You know that feeling? Rather than feeling like, it'll do, I guess. You'll be like, oh, okay, I like that. That works. That works. Think about that, folks. So, there you have it. Understanding your media. Understanding your peers. Understanding what it is when it is actually in your environment. Also understanding that, you know what? I'm going to daydream a bit. I'm going to actually think outside the box a bit. I'm going to make sure that I have fun with this a bit. In fact, forget that a bit. Have it a lot and just go for it and enjoy it. So folks, I really hope that helped you, and yeah, how to understand where to even find inspiration in the first place for you and your brand. As I said, it's everywhere. Inspiration is everywhere, so go find it, go get it. And as an additional note as well, just to let you all know, if you are thinking about looking for additional inspiration when it comes to looking at specific platforms as well, have a look at adobe.color.com. There's also Creative Market as well, and there's a few other brand platforms, or a few other platforms that can actually help you to understand, what actually works well with you. But if you're the type of person who likes to just be out and about and just to have a break from the space, right? Take a break from the norm. Take yourself outside. Go outside, look at your environment, see what's going on, and see what resonates with you and your values. So folks, I really hope that this video helped you. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel as always. And remember, go ahead and download my guide. It's going to be talking to you about some really cool principles that will help you to elevate within your brand, to make sure that you step up and stand up and equally show up as the brand that you know that you are, and so that other people can literally get to understand that as well, right? It's all about elevation. It's always about staying good within your visibility as well, and setting a reputation that actually suits who you are as a brand. So folks, go ahead and download my guide by clicking on the link that's below in the description box. And yeah, let me know your thoughts about it. And as always, keep commenting too. And folks, I will see you on the other side.